Hello, I'm Gerald Ramdeen, CEO of Luxcore Networks. At Luxcore, our mission is to provide network service providers worldwide with advanced Ethernet and optical switching and routing systems that enable bundled voice, data, and video over today's legacy networks while supporting the emergence of advanced services over next-generation networks with an ease of migration and compelling economics not yet experienced.
State-of-the-art technologies, innovative business strategies, behind the scenes, insights from cutting-edge users around the globe on World Business Review.
Welcome to World Business Review. I'm Norman Schwarzkopf. The next generation of networks will be created by bundling a suite of telephone, high-speed internet, and advanced data and video services. Gerald Ramdeen, CEO of Luxcore Network, is here to discuss how his company is changing the way the world communicates. Welcome, Gerald.
Thank you, General. Good to be here.
Gerald, what types of communication solutions are carriers and end users requiring today?
Well, today, carriers are looking for communication solutions that will allow them to bridge their existing legacy networks to tomorrow's next generation networks. These communication solutions must be reliable, must be simple to manage, simple to deploy. They must provide the lowest cost of ownership. These communication services and solutions will enable communications carriers to provide newer services faster than ever before. End users, on the other hand, are looking for access to information or any service on any device, wired or wireless, at any time from a single provider, a single bill.
Wow. What is Luxcore Networks doing to address these requirements?
We're building networking communications equipment that will allow communications providers to bridge that gap from legacy networks to the existing packet networks by focusing on two technologies, primarily optical switching and, more importantly now, Ethernet switching and routing solutions.
Why did you decide to create an internetworking system?
Well, when we say internetworking, it describes the way in which we build telecom equipment. For years, systems have been built rather monolithically, meaning one service provider or one communications equipment provider rather, building equipment, focusing on combining all of the components internally. We focus more on kind of like the personal computer approach to building network equipment, meaning a number of interchangeable parts and components integrated in the same platform. We call that internetworking.
Well, tell us about your IP over optical technology.
When we first started Luxcore, our focus was on optical switching. Our IP over optical technology focused on optical semiconductor technology. Think of it as combining optics and electronics at the chip level, kind of like an optical microprocessor, if you will. We use that technology so that we can build optical switching equipment that will more easily facilitate IP traffic over fiber optic networks. We've extended that technology now to include Ethernet routing and switching.
Sounds pretty complicated, doesn't it?
Sounds pretty complicated, but in essence it's really simplistic.
Maybe it's just my untrained ear that was considered it kind of complicated. But what other types of products does Luxcore offer?
Well, again, we started out building optical switching systems, but we've increased and enhanced our product portfolio to now focus on Ethernet switching and transport. That was important because most of the activity and growth now is on the broadband access side of the network.
Everybody worries about their money, so what are the economic benefits of your products?
Using our equipment, communications providers can have equipment that's going to be the lowest cost to deploy, the lowest cost to manage. It's going to give them the ability to offer and roll out these new services faster than ever before. And we're going to ease that migration path with compelling economics that you just can't see in the marketplace today.
What is your approach to systems development?
Well, we take, again, a very methodical, more or less modeling the PC architecture. We look at the best of breed when it comes to components and combine those architecturally in such a way that, again, when we deploy our equipment within carrier networks, they're more easily able to transition from the existing legacy circuit switch networks to packet networks, and as they evolve, they simply change out parts.
And then what type of companies would benefit from your technology?
Really, any worldwide provider of voice, data, and video that has maybe a combination of both wired and wireless communications will greatly benefit from our technology.
Can companies integrate your solutions with their existing technology?
Yes, they can. Our systems are based on very open interfaces, and a number of our systems have already passed interoperability with a lot of the standard equipment and standards that are out there today.
What has been the overall reception to your technology solutions? Obviously great, right?
Well, yes, it has. When we came out prior to the telecom market disappearing on us, and we were able to survive that and actually acquired additional technology that allowed us to, again, increase our product portfolio and address new markets. The response since we introduced our newest products in June of this year has just been simply overwhelming.
When customers utilize your solutions, what kind of service and support can they expect?
Well, we're partnering with a number of Tier 1 service organizations that have global reach so that we can provide the very best in customer support and service.
What are Luxcore's short-term and long-term company goals?
Well, in the short term, we want to continue to execute on our current business plan and focus on deploying new systems to our current installed base of customers. Longer term, we're going to continue to look at strategic acquisitions and increasing our product portfolio and better position ourselves to meet the needs of customers in the future while returning shareholder value.
Okay, now a tough question. What makes Luxcore different from other optical startups?
Well, I wouldn't say that we're an optical startup per se anymore. We started out there originally, but I think what would make us different, if you're going to compare us to other optical startups, is our ability to understand what our core competencies are and our ability to adapt our strategy to changing market conditions. A good example was the introduction of our Ethernet switching and routing technology that allowed us to focus on the broadband access market, which is by far the market segment that has the most potential significant growth.
So what's the future hold?
Well, companies like Luxcore are going to be providing the reliability in this technology called Ethernet routing and switching. And when that happens, you're going to see Ethernet become the dominant transport technology for both existing, legacy, as well as tomorrow's next generation networks. And you're going to see that technology be ushered in, I think, faster than we've probably adopted any other communications technology in the last 100 years.
Sounds like gangbusters to me.
It's going to be a fun ride.
Well, thank you very much. We really appreciate you coming on World Business Review, and we great subject, a great product, and we look forward to seeing what happens.
Thank you again, General. Pleasure being here.
And thank you for watching. Until next time, for World Business Review, I'm Norman Schwarzkopf.